If you are among the lucky few, then you may have received an email request for the latest PlayStation Beta update. Among this update are a few neat things, but the big one I want to look at today is finally allowing you to connect your Dualsense to multiple devices. Meaning we aren't going to have to sync the controller with a cord or play around in Bluetooth settings anytime we want to switch the controller between devices. Today I'm going to install the update, show you how to sync your controller to a different device, like this handy PlayStation 3 I have right here, and how you can seamlessly switch back and forth between them. Let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, we need to download this beta update. In order to do that, looking at your email, you will have a voucher code. On your PS5, scroll over to the PlayStation Store and then go over to the redeem code setting. Type in your voucher code. Once that's typed in, you should see the beta request there. Simply redeem that code and click continue. Once that's complete, all you're gonna have to do is go over into your settings, go into system settings, go to system software and system software update and settings. It might take a moment, but you should see a new window pop up saying update system software and in brackets beta. Go ahead and click on that to start downloading the new beta software. You're going to have to quickly sign your life away to Sony. Don't worry about reading the terms and conditions. No one needs to read that. You're just giving away your firstborn. Don't worry about it. It's totally worth it. And then you sit back and wait for it to update. And just like that, we have fully installed the new beta software update and are ready to go. But before we get started, we still have one other thing to do. When you turn on the controller for the first time after the update, you will see that the controller itself is going to need an update as well. This is going to be very important to do because this is the update to the controller that allows us to have that feature of swapping back and forth between these devices. So definitely update your controllers. Now that the controller is updated, we can see the new features have been added, allowing us to change the controller's slot number. These slots can be connected to different devices and is dictated by holding down one of the face buttons followed by the PlayStation button for about 3 seconds. We have 4 slots available and the controller lights up to indicate which slot number is active. We can see here that triangle is slot 1, circle is slot 2, the cross button is slot 3, and square is slot 4. Okay, so to connect our controller to another device, first things first, we're going to want this controller to be completely turned off. So I'm just going to turn the PlayStation 5 off for now, which will in turn turn off the controller. Now we're going to move over to our wonderful PlayStation 3. I'm going to go over into the accessory settings and manage Bluetooth devices. From here, I'm going to select register new device. And here's the fun part. Before I hit start scanning, I'm going to grab my Dualsense controller here. I'm going to hold down the cross button and the PlayStation button. I'm going to hold this down for about 5 seconds. So we're going to go past the 1 blink and then it will start blinking more rapidly. This is to indicate that it is now in its Bluetooth mode. So now on my PlayStation 3, we're going to start scanning. And we can see our Dualsense controller is right there. So I'll simply go ahead, select that and allow it to connect. And as we can see here, we are in. We are now controlling our PlayStation 3 with the PlayStation 5's Dualsense controller. And for good measure, to make sure it works as intended, here's me playing a little bit of Super Stardust HD on the PlayStation 3 with that Dualsense. As you can see, it works like a dream. Now, because we connected our Dualsense controller to the PlayStation 3 in slot number 3, that means when I press my PlayStation controller on the Dualsense, it is still on slot 3, therefore turning on my PlayStation 3. This is great, but what if I want my Dualsense to go back and work on my PlayStation 5? I will admit, I actually had a bit of issues getting my controller to work with my PlayStation 5 again after setting up that Bluetooth connection. I tried assigning it to a new slot in Bluetooth mode and it wasn't scanning it. What I ended up doing was just connecting it with the USB to connect it to my PlayStation 5 again. That seemed to do the trick and it automatically assigned it to slot 4. I'm sure there's a smoother way of doing this, but the fact that my Dualsense was already previously connected to the PS5, maybe it made it a little awkward there. So you may find that you have to use the USB just to connect to your PS5 one more time, just to have that initial setup. With that out of the way though, here we are on the PlayStation 3 screen with my controller on slot 3. I'm gonna hold down the square button and press on that PlayStation button, holding down for about 3 seconds, and you can see here it's gonna swap over to slot 4. Once it does that, it'll automatically recognize my PlayStation 5, which is currently on, and it swaps over to that input. And you can see here we are seamlessly now connected to the PS5 using the Dualsense controller. And for good measure, here's me holding down the crossbar and the PlayStation button again to switch it back to slot 3. I am going to have to use my TV remote to change sources, but you can see we're now back on PlayStation 3 controlling the console with the Dualsense. Oh, and a quick note for anyone with a PlayStation 4 thinking they can connect their Dualsense to it, unfortunately, it's not going to work. You can connect via Bluetooth to the PlayStation 4, but you'll notice after you connect it, trying to use the buttons, it just doesn't register. Yeah, I found that out during my testing here. That's probably wide knowledge to everybody else except me, but I thought I'd let anyone else know who was, like me, unaware of that. So there it is, everyone. And if you're someone who did not receive an invitation for this beta update, I wouldn't worry. These features always come around permanently in future updates, so I would expect this feature to be widely available sometime this fall. Let me know what you think of this new controller update, and if you enjoy all things PlayStation, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, take care, and as always, happy gaming.